to Esteem.
Yeah, we've rebranded. New name.
So what we thought we'd talk about today is where your lovely Elliot is. So he's 4 months. 4 months, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just over 4 months. Yeah.
So it's I suppose really it's that whole sleep. How's his sleep pattern, how he is, where you're at with that. Is he still in your room? So where are you with it?
Okay, so a lot has changed over the last few days actually. We have been going through the 4-month sleep regression, which is a thing.
I was going to say, does it exist?
It does, yeah, and quite a few people I know are experiencing the same thing.
Wow.
So basically, your baby may have been sleeping quite well up until this point, and then when they hit the sort of 3-4 month mark, particularly the 4-month mark, all of a sudden they're waking frequently at night, they're sort of fighting sleep, they're a lot more fussy in the cot. And this is because that up until recently, your baby, when they go down for a sleep, they'll enter into the deep sleep phase very quickly.
Right.
But now they're sleeping more like adults who sort of cycle between a lighter sleep and a deep sleep, the REM sleep.
So that's why they get more disturbed sleep. Cause
absolutely, yeah. So
a little bit of movement.
A little bit of movement, a little bit of sound can wake them up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I mean, I suppose, they didn't have a label for it, didn't have a name for it. So that's interesting because we are like that as adults.
Yeah.
So is it continuous sleep would be what for a child? How many hours would it?
Actually, they say it's 5 hours. 5 hours without waking, without feeding is considered.
So that's a good night's sleep.
That's a good night's sleep. And to be honest, Elliot's never been the best sleeper. I mean, what's great about him is that he doesn't wake up sort of crying, screaming. But he's always sort of woken up quite frequently to feed or to be cuddled. But he was getting better until now.
And where is he? Is he with you or is he in his cot?
So this is another thing that's changed. Up until recently, he's been in his side cot, one of those next to me, Kiko, I think they're called, side cots.
And you've loved that actually.
Oh yeah, it's been really, really nice. But since he's had this regression, we thought, okay, we've got to do something. We've got to try something new. And so a few nights ago, we put him in his own room for the first time, which was sooner than we'd planned, but we thought, let's give it a go. And it made a big difference, actually.
What have you noticed? Well, firstly, what do they recommend? What is the official?
So the NHS recommends 6 months. 6 months.
So you're, look at you, little rebel.
I know. But, we're all about honesty, aren't we?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
As I say, it is sooner than we wanted, because, I was hoping to play by the rules. But I think
baby.
you have to trust your instincts.
Absolutely.
And we thought we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, then he'll come back in the room. But it's actually made a bit of a difference.
So what have you really noticed straight away then?
So because he's in his own room with the door closed, he isn't disturbed by us sort of rustling the duvet or making a noise.
So, and it's because of that light sleep that he would kind of go, oh.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. So he's less disturbed. Also, his bedroom is darker. We have just darker curtains, really, for his room.
Yeah.
In our room, we have
blackout curtains.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
In our room, we have very light white curtains that are very thin and let in all the light. And I've noticed that does affect him. So.
Absolutely. But it affects adults as well, and that's why a lot of adults wear masks, don't they?
Yes.
What about, do you think, kind of smelling you?
Yes. So babies can smell their mother and their mother's milk from quite a distance, actually.
It's
so
incredible.
If he was, in our room with us, he might wake up, smell me, know that I was there, and want to be held or want to be fed. If he's in his own room, he can't smell me. And then the other thing I'd say about him being in his own room is that if he does wake up, obviously we've got the monitor on so we can hear him if he does wake up, but because he's that distance away, we're not as
on
exactly. So we don't sort of jump up and go to him straight away. We find it easier to sort of lie back and let him soothe himself and go back to sleep.
And I remember with my kids, that was a big thing, to let your baby self-soothe, because we're so on it, and actually we're waking them up all the time. And also, have you got so you've got obviously a baby monitor, what else have you got? Because people get really paranoid, don't they, and they get scared, and I think they prod them and they listen to them, and that's waking them up.
So we've got a Motorola video monitor, which we really like. But we've also recently purchased an Angel Care monitor, which is it's a sensor pad that goes underneath the cot. And it monitors your baby's breathing and movements. And if they don't move or breathe for a certain amount of time, I can't remember exactly what it is, but then the alarm will sound off.
So you're completely covered, aren't you?
We are. That is just for peace of mind. I mean, to be honest, I've never really been paranoid. I think I've not been paranoid, but
you've done well.
I think I've been quite relaxed. But that Angel Care monitor is just for peace of mind, really.
And the technology is amazing, isn't it? But I do think self-soothing is really important. So the regression, I find that really intriguing.
It is fascinating, and I know a lot of people who have babies similar age who are going through the same thing. So we can all meet up and talk about it and share tips and advice and experiences. It's really good.
Good. So maybe share your stories of where you're at 4 months and what you're finding, and have you had the courage to put your baby in the cot? Because it is a big thing, I think.
Yeah. So
for you as well as the baby, I think
absolutely
people get a bit like, I missed that.
Yeah.
So well done. I think you've done really well. So let us know your stories, and watch and subscribe.